Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, then also welcome. My name is Danielle and I am a lover of all things fragrance. And today I want to talk to you about 5 fragrances that I would repurchase in a heartbeat. As in, as soon as they finish, I'm going to buy the next one. These are 5 fragrances that I just enjoy so much. The first fragrance that I would repurchase in a heartbeat is Nishane's 100 Silent Ways. Now, this fragrance is just such a beauty, so feminine, so classy, so sweet, floral, absolutely gorgeous. I find this to be like white floral done in a really digestible way. Sometimes white florals can just be too much. I'm not the biggest fan of white florals in most cases, but yes, this has tuberose, which is a note that I usually just dislike. Because they've mixed it with peach and I think there's another fruit in there. I can't remember exactly what, but it just does have a nice sweet fruitiness and it stops that white floral from becoming too waxy or too heady, just too overwhelming, the way that white florals can be. Sometimes they can just be, you know, so overwhelming and just way too much, especially for me. I'm not the biggest fan of super white florals, but I think this was blended really well, where the tuberose is not in your face. I think there's also orange blossom in here. I just really love this. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. I think, oh yeah, it's so pretty. It's just such a pretty feminine fragrance. It doesn't smell you know, pretty in a childish or girlish way. It very much smells like a woman, but someone that's super feminine, someone that probably wears like sundresses and, you know, bakes and say, oh everyone, I made some cookies, and it's just really feminine. I think it's absolutely gorgeous, and I find it such an easy wear that I think that's the main reason why I'd purchase it again. I just find so much use out of it. If I'm looking at my collection and I just think, I don't really know what I want to wear today, I'm not sure what my vibe is, I know I can grab this and go. I know I smell good, I know I smell feminine. I'm a big fan of smelling really feminine. But I think it's absolutely fantastic. So that is Nishane 100 Silent Ways. The second fragrance that I would repurchase in a heartbeat is Delina Exclusif. This is my second bottle and she's nearly finished and I have to repurchase again because I can't live without her. Unfortunately, I just can't. This is that fragrance. When I'm going to a wedding or I'm going to a party or maybe it's a friend's birthday and I know that I want to smell absolutely amazing and I want to knock everybody on the floor, this is the one. I layered this fragrance with Baccarat Rouge Extrait once upon a time. And a girl stopped me on the bus and she was just like, oh my goodness, what are you wearing? And even without layering, this fragrance, like she's enough by herself. She really is. I just find it so intoxicating. It's a very bright fragrance still, very close to Delina, still bright and feminine and rose heavy, which I love. I think that's the main thing that makes me love this fragrance. It is a rose fragrance, but there's just so much else going on. There's some incense in there which gives it a bit of a smoky vibe, but it's not smoky in a dark way. It's not a dark fragrance, but it does give it a more evening vibe than what Delina has. And it doesn't have the rhubarb that, I'm not a big fan of that in the Delina original. This doesn't have it. It's just got all of the femininity and it just oozes like I am that girl. I absolutely adore this fragrance. There's no chance I'm going to live without it. She is absolutely everything. My top 5 for life. I'm not going to go without her. I need her for my special occasions. When I want to do a whole skincare routine before I go out and I want to put on a scented body scrub and MFK's Aloe Rose body cream because I love that so much, absolute favorite body cream in the world, and I want to layer that with Aveeno body oil, and then I want to put on a little bit of the Delina body cream, just a tiny bit because I don't like it that much, but it does help with the fragrance. Not that she needs help because wow, this is a beast mode fragrance. and then spray this everywhere, spray it on my clothes, spray it in my hair, spray it on my skin, and I know I'm gonna have a great night. And I know someone's gonna say, wow, you smell really good. And I'm gonna feel good about it. Again, she's that girl. You need one of these fragrances that you can just whip out and know that, yeah, I'm gonna smell feminine, I'm gonna smell amazing, everyone's gonna smell me, I'm gonna fill the room, and when I walk past, they're gonna turn their heads. This is that fragrance. I would repurchase Delina Exclusif in a heartbeat. So the third fragrance that I would repurchase in a heartbeat is Soir by BDK. This fragrance, I just find to be an absolute banger for the summer. So I went to Agadir recently because, you know, it's not summer in London. London is really, really cold right now. So I'm not wearing this at all at the moment. But when I was in Agadir, I was wearing this almost every day. It's just such a lovely summery scent. It's quite sweet. So some people might feel that in the sun, they don't want to wear something that's this sweet, but it's sweet in a really fruity, juicy way. It's got a really juicy quality that is just so addictive for me. I absolutely love this. It is really feminine, like extremely feminine, and just juicy. It just smells juicy. It's mouth-watering. It makes you want to have like a really sweet, fruity cocktail in the sun. That's what this reminds me of. I find it absolutely gorgeous. I can't wait till it actually does get warm in London and we have our 2 weeks of summer, because I'll be wearing this every day in the 2 weeks. But yeah, I would repurchase this in a heartbeat. No, it doesn't last, but that's okay. Sometimes you just need a fragrance that you know you need a full bottle, because you're going to spray it loads and loads and loads, and you're going to respray it again after 3 hours, and then you're going to respray it again after another 3 hours, and that's okay. And that initial burst of fruits is addictive for me. So I'm happy to keep respraying it, and I'm happy to keep rebuying it. I absolutely love it. So that is Soir by BDK. So fragrance number 4 that I would repurchase in a heartbeat is Sunset Hour by Goldfield and Banks. I find this to be quite similar to Soir. Not that they smell the same, but there's a really similar vibe. So this is a very sweet, fruity and woody fragrance. This is a lot woodier than Soir, but it still does have that juicy fruitiness and that sweetness that I just adore. Also, similarly, it doesn't last for me. It lasts better on the clothes, but it doesn't last on my skin. But I just find it so gorgeous. I don't care. Honestly, it reminds me, again, similar to Soir, it just reminds me of cocktails, sun, good vibes, happiness, barbecues in the summer. That's what this reminds me of. I absolutely adore it. I can't wait to wear this. I know I said I was going to wear Soir for the 2 weeks in the summer, but maybe I'll wear Soir for 1 week, and then I'll wear this for the second week. And then I'll just have to put them away because it's always cold in this country. But I do love this fragrance. I was so impressed with this. I'm realizing that I just love a sweet, fruity fragrance. And I always thought fruity is not my vibe, but it is. It really, really is. I absolutely adore it. And to be honest, I think that, I know this has a fruit that is from Australia. I can't remember the name of the fruit, which is a real shame. But I think when I think of Australia in the summer and their beaches, I think this is a good representation of that as well. Not that I've been there, but it does have that vibe. Like on the beach, this is how you want to smell. Absolutely gorgeous, really easy to throw on. I have worn this one in the cold weather, not Soir, but I've worn this one in the cold weather. Because it's a bit more woody, it feels a little bit more appropriate, but it does have that juicy, fruity vibe, which I absolutely love. So that is Sunset Hour by Goldfield and Banks. The last fragrance that I would repurchase in a heartbeat is one that I've wanted for years, for absolute years, and that is Penhaligon's Halfeti. Now my sticker is it's coming off, unfortunately, so I don't really want to show this off. But I love this fragrance with all my heart. My goodness, this is, for me, I don't know, it's just the perfect fragrance. It's just perfect. Honestly, it's got so much going on in the base, but it's got so much going on in the top as well. The top is gorgeous. I pick up the saffron, which makes it immediately just smell luxury. As soon as I smell this, I'm like, this is luxury. And there's a rose in here that's not super sweet or super jammy. It smells almost like a watery rose, which I love. I love roses that just smell really light and almost like straight from the garden. I love it. That's how this rose smells to me in this fragrance. Yes, it's really, really woody fragrance, but it's just so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I'm sure that there's oud in here as well, but it's not done in a way that's offensive at all. It's so well blended, but when you smell it, you can smell that there's a lot of notes in here. It's spicy. It's definitely spicy. It's going to tickle your nose a little bit, but it's gorgeous. I love the fact that there's rose in there because you know me, I love a rose fragrance with all my heart. And I was so shocked when I was wearing this fragrance. I was so shocked at the development, like throughout the whole wear, the development. I was just smelling new things, and the oud was really coming forward. The other woody notes were coming forward, and I just said, this fragrance is the gift that keeps on giving. That's how I feel. It's just a treat. It's a treat when you first spray and in the mid and in the base. It's just, wow. Honestly, this is top 3. One of my top 3 fragrances in the whole world. I just absolutely adore this fragrance, and I'm not going to live without it. For some reason, I tend to wear this quite a lot, like quite casually, even though it does smell quite luxury, and it, you know, it sounds, the notes make it really sound like an evening wear, special occasion, but there's something about the lightness of the opening that just makes me want to reach for it. Even though, yes, the way it does develop, it does give evening a little bit more. It does give date night a little bit more. It does give special occasion just a little bit more. But I don't care. The opening, it just keeps me coming back for more, and I will wear it casually if I want to. But that is Penhaligon's Halfeti. I absolutely adore this fragrance with all my heart, and I will not be living without this fragrance. So that's it from me. Those are my 5 fragrances that I would repurchase in a heartbeat. Please let me know if you have any fragrances that you would repurchase in a heartbeat. Let me know if any of these are on your list as well. And also, why don't you let me know if any of these you can't stand? I'd be really interested to know. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I will most definitely be coming back with some new videos very, very soon. Take care, guys. Bye.